Welcome all my dear people of 6th grade primary school. That's our weekly time for science, and today we will continue our explanation about what we have studied last episode about levers. So I remind you, بفكركم, we have studied in our first episode the levers and the type of levers. Also we have studied how to determine the type of lever. Okay? So today we will start our episode. هنبدأ إن شاء الله الحلقة النهاردة with different thing. بشيء مختلف. We will start our lesson today with congratulations to all the excellent pupils in 6th primary grade certificate. So we will start to congratulate all the excellent pupils with their high marks and high ranks in their school. So let's congratulate them, and we will see you their pictures and their names. So let's start with congratulations of our excellent pupil. Number 1, Maria Nader. Number 1, Maria Nader. We have a picture of Maria Nader, the excellent pupil. Again, Maria Nader, congratulations to all the pupils who has succeeded and has excellent ranks in their science exam this semester. Another pupil, Nancy Tariq. Nancy Tariq. Congratulations to Nancy. Another pupil, Matthew Botros. Matthew Botros. Congratulations to Matthew Botros. Another pupil, Julie Sameh. Julie Sameh. Congratulations to Julie Sameh on her success and excel in science. Another pupil, Yara Amr. Yara Amr. Congratulations to Yara. Another pupil, Asir Ahmed. Asir Ahmed. Congratulations to Asir for his excellent in science exam this semester. Another pupil, Michael Farid. Michael Farid. Congratulations to Michael for his excellent in science. So now let's start our lesson today about levers and what we have studied this semester. So we know that lever is what? Lever is what? Lever is a rigid bar. Lever is a rigid bar, straight or curved, that rotates around a fixed point called fulcrum and is affected by an effort force and a resistance force. Again, I remind you, بفكركم تاني, the definition of lever is very important. Definition مهم جدا. Lever is a rigid bar, straight or curved, that rotates around a fixed point called fulcrum and is affected by an effort force and a resistance force. So lever contains, as I said before, 3 main points. أي lever فيها 3 نقط مهمين جدا. هما fulcrum, which has a symbol O, واللي رمز O. قلنا تاخد بالنا كويس قوي. fulcrum مش عنده symbol F، عنده symbol O. effort force عندها symbol F, and resistance هي symbol R. So any lever in our day life, and we know that lever is the simplest type of machine, or lever is a kind of simple machine. Any lever, a lever contains or consists of 3 main points, which are, for example, let's practice with the tweezer. Tweezer, for example, نرسم مع بعض tweezer. Tweezer has 3 points, which are fulcrum at this point, fulcrum, and effort force at the place of my hand. Effort force at the place of my hand. Okay. And here is the resistance. Okay. So we recognize that lever contains of 3 main points. Lever contains of 3 main points, which are resistance, effort force, and fulcrum. So again, lever is what? Lever is a rigid bar, straight or curved, that rotates around a fixed point called fulcrum and is affected by 2 forces, which are effort force and resistance force. So levers, as we have studied, are classified into 3 types. lever عندنا فيها 3 types, 3 أنواع, which are first class lever, second class lever, and also third class lever. So let me remind you with the 3 types of lever, which are first class lever, second class lever, and also the third class lever. So let's start with the first class lever. Any lever, as I said, consists of 3 main points. قلنا قبل كده أكتر مرة أي lever فيها 3 main points, which are fulcrum, effort force, and resistance. So any lever, as I said, contains 3 main points, which are resistance, which has a symbol R, effort force, which has a symbol F, fulcrum which has the symbol O. So, what about the resistance force? Let me remind you the definition of resistance force. إيه هو resistance force أو إيه هي قوة المقاومة؟ Resistance force is the force that is resulted from the weight of the body that we want to move. Again, resistance force is the force that is resulted from the weight of the body that we want to move. Resistance force هي قوة اللي بتنتج من وزن الشيء اللي عايزين نحركه أو نكسره أو نخلعه and so on. يعني الحاجة اللي هتتعمل. So again, is the force that is resulted from the weight of the body that we want to move. Is resulted from the weight of the body that we want to move. That is the resistance force. So what about the effort force? What about the effort force? Again, effort force has a symbol F. ناخد بالنا كويس قوي. Effort force عندها symbol F. Effort force is the force that is exerted by a person to equilibrate the resistance. Effort force is the force that is exerted by a person to equilibrate with the resistance. هي القوة اللي بيبذلها الشخص عشان يتوازن مع المقاومة عشان يقوم بفعل مضاد للمقاومة ديت أو موازي للمقاومة ديت. Again, is the force that is exerted by a person to equilibrate the resistance. يبقى عندنا 2 points up till now. لغاية دلوقتي نقطتين مهمين جدا في الليفر هم effort force و resistance force. So what about the most important point which is the fulcrum? fulcrum أو محور الارتكاز أو محور الحركة. It is the fixed point. It is the fixed point where the bar rotates on. هو النقطة الثابتة اللي بيدور حواليها البار أو القضيب أو الليفر كلها. Again, fulcrum هي مكان الحركة أو مكان الثبات اللي بتدور حواليه الليفر كلها. يعني بدون الفالكرم there is no lever. يعني عشان أعرف فين هو الفالكرم هو المكان اللي من عنده ممكن تتحرك الليفر أو بدونه مفيش ليفر أصلا. So again, fulcrum is a fixed point where the bar rotates on. So now, what about the example of levers? We have many examples of lever as I said before. seesaw الأرجوحة, crowbar العتلة, scissors المقص, pliers الكماشة, nutcracker كسارة البندق, stapler الدباسة, ice holder ماسك التلج, sweet holder ماسك الحلوى, wheelbarrow عربة الحديقة, and many other examples you can write on the example of levers. Okay, so we have many examples of levers in our daily life. An example like seesaw, crowbar, scissors, nutcracker, and so on. So now, what are the types of lever? We will classify the type of lever according to the midpoint. هنقسم الليفر حسب وجود الميدبوينت. And I remind you, if the midpoint, لو الميدبوينت هي الفالكرم, it will be the first class lever. If the midpoint is the resistance, it will be the second class lever. Again, I remind you, بفكركم تاني. We have studied all about the type of lever last episode. So, if the fulcrum is in the middle between resistance and effort force, it will be the first class lever. If the effort force is in the middle between the fulcrum and the resistance force, it will be the second class lever. If the effort force in the middle, it will be the third class lever. So we have three types of lever and they all depend on the midpoint. هم كلهم بيعتمدوا على مين هو الميدبوينت أو إيه هي النقطة اللي في المنتصف. So let's start with the first class lever. First class lever is a very important definition. So we can make a definition easily. What is the first class lever or what's meant by first class lever? So we can say they are the levers which have the fulcrum between resistance force and effort force. Again, what is the first class lever or what's meant by the first class lever? They are the levers that have the fixed point fulcrum O between the effort force and resistance force. So now, give me examples of first class lever. You can say many examples of first class lever if only you know that there is a fulcrum between effort force and resistance force. يبقى عشان يكون أعرف كويس قوي بمنتهى البساطة simply and easily what is the type of lever, I must determine the midpoint. لازم أحدد كويس قوي مين هي الميدبوينت أو النقطة اللي في المنتصف. So we have seesaw الأرجوحة, suction pump طلمبة المياه أو مضخة المياه. nail clipper قلامة الأظافر أو الأصافة. scissors المقص. pincers البنسة. crowbar العتلة بدل المجداف. pliers الكماشة. balance الميزان. claw hammer خلاعة المسامير. all of them are examples of first class lever. So now we have a caller from Cairo. Mariam from Cairo.
Hello.
How are you, Mariam?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, Mariam, you have a question or you want to be asked, Mariam?
No, I want to be asked.
Okay, Mariam. Mariam, can you give me definition for the first class lever?
First class lever. First class lever. They are the most popular type of levers in our daily life.
No, Mariam, you give me definition of lever only, not first class lever. Okay? I want first class lever.
First class lever.
Yeah, I said it before.
They are levers that have fulcrum
Very good,
between
excellent.
effort force and the resistance force.
Very good, excellent, Mariam. They
Thanks.
are levers which have fulcrum between effort force and resistance force. So, Mariam, what's your mark in the last semester?
What?
What's your mark in science? What about your mark in science last semester?
What's your what?
درجتك في الساينس يا مريم في الترم اللي
Oh,
فات.
my mark is 99.
99. Okay, Mariam. I wait for your picture on our Facebook page. مدرسة على الهواء ابتدائي واعدادي. Okay, Mariam?
Okay.
Okay, next episode إن شاء الله I will show you your picture with congratulations, Mariam. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Mariam, you want to be asked again?
Okay.
Okay. Give me definition for the fulcrum, Mariam.
Fulcrum.
Yeah.
Fulcrum. Fulcrum is a fixed point where the bar rotates around.
Very good. Fulcrum is a fixed point where the bar rotates around. Very good, Mariam. Excellent, and thank you. I wish you every possible success. Thank you, Mariam. Okay. So now we are waiting for all the picture or all the pages of our excellent pupil. If you are excellent pupil, please send us your page on our page of Facebook مدرسة على الهواء ابتدائي واعدادي, and we will show all your colleagues, your friends, this picture with congratulations because you are excellent in science. So now let us return back to our explanation about lever. I said that we can determine the lever type. أقدر أحدد كويس قوي ال lever type by the midpoint عن طريق النقطة اللي في المنتصف. So if the fulcrum is in the middle, it will be the first class lever. If the effort force in the middle, it will be the third class lever. If the resistance in the middle, it will be the second class lever. Okay, so now we have another caller, Hamid from El Buhaira.
Hello.
Hello, Hamid.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you, Hamid?
I am fine, thanks.
Okay, you have a question, Hamid, or you want to be asked?
I want to be asked.
You want to be asked. Hamid, can you give me definition for the effort force?
Effort force, it is the force that is resulted from a person to equilibrate the resistance force.
Yeah, it is the force that is resulted or that is exerted by a person to equilibrate by the resistance or with the resistance. Another definition, Hamid, for the resistance.
Resistance force, it is the force that is resulted from the weight of the body to where we want to move.
Very good, excellent, Hamid. Hamid, what's your mark in science last semester?
100.
100%, okay. Full mark, Hamid. So, Hamid, I am waiting for your picture on our Facebook page, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Hamid, thank you very much. I wish you every possible success and good luck. So now let's return back to our explanation about lever, and I said that if the lever contains fulcrum in the middle, it will be the first class lever, like the suction pump, like the balance, like the pincers, pliers, scissors, and so on. So now, what about the second class lever? We have a definition, very important definition and easy definition at the same time for the second class lever. Second class lever, I can say they are levers that have the resistance force are between the effort force and the fulcrum. Again, second class lever, they are levers that have the resistance force are between effort force and fulcrum. So, if the resistance, as I said, in the middle, لو resistance هي اللي في المنتصف, it will be the second class lever. So now, give me some examples of second class lever, like the wheelbarrow, nutcracker, stapler, soda water opener wheelbarrow علبة الحديقة. nutcracker كسارة البندق. stapler الدباسة. soda water opener فتاحة الزجاجات. So what are the or what about the third class lever؟ مين هم ال third class lever؟ أو إزاي أعرف إن الليفر دي هي third class lever؟ So they are lever that have the effort force F between the resistance force R and the fulcrum. Again, they are levers that have effort force F between the resistance force R and the fulcrum O. So I have a secret word. هنا في كلمة سرية ممكن نقولها مع بعض. It is the ORF أو ORF. If O in the middle, it will be the first class lever. If R in the middle, it will be second class lever. If F in the middle, it will be third class lever. So can you give me some examples of third class lever? Surely we have many examples of third class lever. So they are the fishing tool, the manual broom, and also we have many examples like the hockey pad, like the fishing tool, like the sweet holder, ice holder, and cool holder. Any holder surely will be the third class lever. Tweezers, manual broom, hockey pad, all of them are examples of third class lever. So let's classify some lever into their type. هناخد practice مهمة قوي ازاي اصنف الليفر للنوع الخاص بها. We said that or we have studied that lever are three type: first class, second class, and also third class. So now let's start with the hockey pad. Hockey pad, I have the effort force here, effort force as you see in the picture, between resistance and fulcrum. Hockey pad, effort force between the resistance and fulcrum. So hockey pad is what? Hockey pad is third class lever. So again, hockey pad is third class lever. Why? Or give reason? Because it contains the effort force between the resistance and the fulcrum. So again, hockey pad is third class lever because it contains the resistance between, because it contains the effort force between the resistance and the fulcrum. So another example of lever. Okay, pincers أو الكماشة as we know. Pincers, surely it will be the first class lever because it contains fulcrum O between effort force and the resistance. So now we have another caller, Ahmed from الغربية. Ahmed, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Ahmed. What's your mark, Ahmed, in science last semester?
100%.
100%. Excellent, Ahmed. Okay, Ahmed, I'm waiting for your picture on our page of Facebook, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Ahmed, okay. So, Ahmed, you want to be asked or you have a question?
I want to be asked.
You want to be asked? Ahmed, give me the definition of lever.
Lever, it is a rigid.
Ahmed, please, can you make your voice louder?
Okay, it is a rigid bar.
Rigid bar.
That rotates around a fixed point called the fulcrum.
Called fulcrum.
And it is affected by effort force and resistance.
Okay, Ahmed, can you give me some example of first class levers?
First class lever.
Yeah.
Crowbar, bouncers, water
crowbar, scissors,
water pump.
Water pump or suction pump. Very good, Ahmed. Excellent. Can you give me some example of second class levers?
Wheelbarrow, stapler.
Wheelbarrow, stapler, soda water opener, and nutcracker. Thank you, Ahmed, very much. I wish you every possible success and good luck. Ahmed, again, I remind you, please, I wait for your picture on our page on Facebook, okay? Okay, Ahmed? Okay, Ahmed, we have lost the call with Ahmed. So now let's go back or let's return back to our explanation about the lever. I now have a practice to how to determine the type of lever. دلوقتي في تمرين مهم جدا ازاي نحدد نوع الليفر. I can imagine ممكن اتخيل الليفر or I can draw it ممكن ارسمها to determine the 3 points which are fulcrum O, resistance R, and effort force F. If O in the middle, it will be the first class lever. If R in the middle, it will be second class lever. If F in the middle, it will be the third class lever. So let's return to our picture about the pincers. I have a picture of pincer. Now we will see that in the pincer, O in the middle between R and F. Fulcrum is between resistance force and effort force. So pincer is what? Pincer is a first class lever. Another practice. Wheelbarrow عربة الحديقة. I have R, or the resistance between F and O. I have resistance between effort force and fulcrum. So surely wheelbarrow is a second class lever. Wheelbarrow again is a second class lever. Why? Because it contains resistance force between effort force and fulcrum. Another example. Balance, الميزان. Balance is a common sample machine, or is a common lever in our daily life. Balance contains fulcrum between F and R. Balance contains fulcrum between effort force and resistance. So surely balance is a first class lever. Balance is a first class lever because it contains fulcrum between F and R. Another example. Stapler أو الدباسة. It contains resistance between effort force and fulcrum. It contains resistance between effort force and fulcrum, or it contains R between F and O, so it will be the second class lever. Second class lever. Another example. Pliers الكماشة. Pliers أو البنسة الخاصة طبعا بالكهربائي وحاجات زي كده. Pliers, it contains O between resistance and effort force. It contains fulcrum between resistance and effort force. So surely it will be the first class lever. So I have a give reason here. Give reason, pliers or pincers are considered from the first class lever. So surely we can answer نجاوب بمنتهى البساطة because it contains fulcrum or O between resistance force and effort force. Another example. Coal tongs or coal holder. ماسك الفحم. Coal tongs or coal holder. It's the third class lever. Why? Because it contains effort force between resistance force and fulcrum. Because it contains effort force between resistance force and fulcrum. So it is the third class type of lever. Again, it contains effort force between resistance force and fulcrum. So surely it will be the third class lever. Another example. Crowbar أو العتلة. It will be the first class lever. Why? Or give reason. Give reason. It will be the first class lever because it contains fulcrum or O between effort force and resistance. So now we have a caller from Giza. Amr. Hello, Amr. Okay, we have lost the connection with Amr. Okay, so now again, crowbar is what? Crowbar is a first class lever because it contains fulcrum between effort force and the resistance. Another exercise or another picture. The manual broom. The manual broom أو المكنسة اليدوية. It is the third class lever. Why it is the third class lever? Because it contains effort force between the resistance and fulcrum. So surely it will be the third class lever. So now, if I have a give reason question about the manual broom, give reason, the manual broom is considered as a third class lever. Again, the question says that سؤال بيقول give reason, the manual broom is considered as a third class lever. ليه manual broom بعتبرها من نوع الليفرز الثالث أو النوع الثالث للروافع. So now we can answer simply. أقدر أجاوب بمنتهى البساطة because manual broom contains effort force between resistance force and fulcrum. لأن manual broom عندها effort force بين resistance force والفulcrum, so it will be the third class lever. So again and again, it is a simple lesson. It is a very, very easy lesson to determine or to determine the type of lever. I can determine type of lever simply or easily by determining the midpoint. لازم أحدد كويس قوي مين هي midpoint. If the midpoint is the fulcrum O, it will be the first class lever. If the midpoint is the resistance R, it will be the second class lever. If the midpoint is the effort force, it will be the third class lever. So now we have another caller from الشرقية. Hannah, how are you, Hannah?
Hello?
Hello, Hannah.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Hannah. Hannah, please, can you hear us from the telephone, not from television?
Okay.
Okay. Hannah, please, you can turn off the television now. Okay, Hannah? Okay, we have lost the connection with Hannah, so now let's again have practice about the lever which we have studied last episode and this week. So we have, as I said, 3 types of lever, which are first class lever, second class lever, and also third class lever. And also we can determine type of lever simply by the midpoint of lever. If the midpoint again is fulcrum, it will be the first class lever. If the midpoint is the R, resistance, it will be second class lever. If the midpoint is the F, it will be the third class lever. So now we have a practice for the bottle opener أو فتاحة الزجاجات. So here I have resistance R between effort force F and O. So surely it will be the second class lever. Here in the bottle opener, the second class lever. Why? Or give reason. Because it contains the resistance between fulcrum and effort force. Again, resistance is between fulcrum and effort force. So surely the bottle opener is a second class lever. Another example, fishing tool or the fishing hook. Fishing tool or the fishing hook. In the fishing tool, I have what? I have the effort force between fulcrum O and resistance R. So surely it will be the third class lever. So why? Or give reason. Give reason. The fishing tool is a third class lever because it contains effort force between resistance and fulcrum. Because it contains effort force between resistance and fulcrum. Another example. Nutcracker أو كسارة البندق. It contains what? It contains resistance between O and F. It contains resistance between fulcrum O and effort force F. So surely nutcracker is a second class lever. Nutcracker is a second class lever because it contains resistance between O and F. Resistance between O and F. Another example. Scissors المقص are considered a first class lever because it contains O between R and F. Because it contains O between R and F, or because it contains fulcrum between resistance force and effort force. So now, when does lever save effort? If you ask this question to you, or if you ask yourself this question, you can say that lever save effort when effort force is smaller than resistance force. That means that you exert less effort. You exert less effort to do a high resistance force. أنت تكون الليفر بتوفر مجهود when the effort force is smaller than the resistance force. So when the effort force is smaller than the resistance force, so let's study the lever's law. إمتى تكون effort force أصغر من resistance force؟ ندرس مع بعض الدرس الثاني اللي هو lever's law. بس قبل الدرس الثاني ناخد سلمى from Alexandria. Salma, how are you? Oh, we have lost the call with Salma. I think that because of the bad weather today. Okay, so now let's start our second lesson this semester about lever's law. We will study a very important lesson about levers, which is called lever's law. Lever's law states that في قانون مهم جدا للليفرز بنسميه lever's law، قانون الروافع. Lever's law states that effort force by effort force arm equal resistance force by resistance force arm. So now we have a very important law، قانون مهم جدا نستخدمه النهارده to answer any problem of lever easily إن شاء الله. So the lever law states that قانون الرافع بيقول effort force by effort force arm equal resistance force by resistance force arm. So now let's have or let's know how to make less effort. If I want to make less effort، لو عايز أبذل مجهود أقل، I want to use a small effort force than the resistance force. So it will be when the effort force arm must be longer than the resistance arm. So now we have ميادة from الدقهلية. Hello ميادة.
الو انا نيرة.
Okay, نيرة from الدقهلية. Okay, hello نيرة.
الحمد لله.
What's your mark in science last semester, Nayera?
100.
100%, surely excellent, full mark. Okay, Nayera, we are waiting for your picture on our page on Facebook, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Nayera. You have a question, Nayera, or you want to be asked?
want to be asked.
Okay, Naira, you have studied the second lesson about Lever's law?
No.
No, up till now, no. Okay, so Naira, give me definition for the lever.
Lever, it is a rigid bar that rotates around a fixed point called fulcrum.
Yeah.
And it's affected by two forces, which are effort force and resistance force.
Very good, excellent, Naira. So Naira, give me another definition for the fulcrum.
Fulcrum, it is a fixed point where the bar rotates around.
Yeah, it's a fixed point where the bar rotates on or where the bar rotates around. Last question, Naira, for you. Give me two examples only for third class lever.
Third class lever,
Yeah.
like tweezers.
Tweezers,
Tweezers and
fishing tool.
yeah,
Fishing
and
tool.
sorry,
Yeah.
and manual broom.
Manual broom, coal holder, sweat holder, ice holder, any holder is considered surely from the third class level. Okay,
And
Naira?
hockey bat.
What, Naira?
And hockey bat.
Hockey pad, very good, excellent. Okay, so Naira, thank you, and I hope you every possible luck and goodbye. Okay, Naira? Naira, we are waiting for your picture on our Facebook page on مدرسة على الهواء ابتدائي and اعدادي. Okay, so now how to make less effort. ازاي نرجع تاني لموضوع Lever's law وازاي اقول او ازاي اوفر المجهود. Imagine that I have a lever and in this lever I exert small or less effort to do a high resistance. If I do that, it will be or it will have mechanical benefit. بنسميها عندها mechanical benefit أو فايدة ميكانيكية أو it saves effort بتوفر مجهود. So I have only one condition for the lever to save effort. إمتى lever توفر مجهود؟ It's only one condition. شرط واحد بس when the effort force arm is longer than the resistance force arm. Again, when the effort force arm will be longer than the resistance force arm. So now again, what about the Lever's law? What about the Lever's law? It says that effort force by effort force arm, effort force by effort force arm equal the resistance by the resistance arm. So this semester we will have problem of lever, and in this problem you will find 3 points of the force point here and you will solve the force point. يعني هنا عندي في البروبلم دي هلاقي 3 نقط من الموجودين قدامي ال4 بوينت وانا مطلوب مني احل البوينت الرابعه. So again, effort force by effort force arm equal the resistance by resistance arm. Effort force by effort force arm equal the resistance by resistance arm. So again, the lever law is a very simple law that we can answer simply by knowing how to solve the problem. So I must only know the lever law and how to use it. So I said that to make less effort, small effort force, the effort force arm must be longer than the resistance arm. That's our first condition or our only condition. هو ده الشرط الوحيد عشان الليفر تكون بتوفر مجهود. So now what type of lever is the best type? ايه هو احسن نوع من الليفر؟ We have studied first class, second class, third class. Surely it will be the second class because in the first class lever I can find the effort force arm may be equal or longer or shorter than the resistance arm. So first class lever sometimes save effort because maybe effort force arm longer than or shorter than or equal to the resistance force arm. So again, in the second class lever, I have the resistance between effort force and fulcrum. So here I will find that the effort force arm surely and always is longer than the resistance arm. So it will be the best type. هو أحسن نوع من الليفر هو second class lever. So what about third class lever? Third class lever is the worst type. هو أسوأ نوع in saving effort في توفير المجهود. But why I use it? I use it for only to avoid danger or for accuracy in performance as we have said before. يبقى بستخدم third class lever عشان سببين بس هما avoid danger أتجنب الأخطار أو accuracy in performance الدقة في الأداء. So now let's save effort only, or levers that save effort only if effort force arm is longer than resistance arm, and this condition is applied in second class lever and sometimes in first class lever. So here I have a problem. زي نتعلم بقى نحل problem of levers. I can read the problem. هقرا المسألة كويس قوي وأحدد ال 4 point اللي هم effort force, effort force arm, resistance force, resistance arm. أكيد هيكون في حاجة منهم absent مش موجودة، ده المطلوب أجيبه. So if a boy sits on a seesaw, its weight is 250 Newton at a distance about 3 meters from the fulcrum, and a girl sits on the other side. Her weight is 150 Newton. Calculate the distance suitable to see this girl to make balance. So now, before I answer this problem, we have Hannah from الشرقية. Hannah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, Hannah, what's your mark in last semester, Hannah?
100%.
100%. So, Hannah, we are waiting for your picture on our page on Facebook, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Hannah. Hannah, you have studied the second lesson about Lever's law.
What?
You have studied second lesson?
Okay.
Okay or not? Okay, Hannah, you have studied or not? درس تاني يا هنا؟
Yes.
Lever's law, قانون الروافع. Okay. Can you answer a problem of lever law now?
Yeah.
Okay, Hannah. How can I answer the problem of lever law? Can you tell me the lever's law?
Lever, it's a function of lever.
No, lever's law. قانون الروافع يا هنا. Lever's law.
إن هو
لا انت لسه ما درستوش يا هنا، واضح كده. So Hannah, can you give me definition for the resistance force?
it is the force that results from the weight of the body that we want to move.
It is the force that is resulted from the weight of the body that we want to move. So what about the effort force, Hannah?
It is the force exerted by a person.
Exerted يا هنا. Exerted by a person.
Exerted by a person to equilibrate.
To equilibrate. يتوازن. Make balance like that.
Equilibrate the resistance.
With the person. Equilibrate with the resistance. Okay. Hannah, can you give me some examples of third class levers? Third class levers. Yeah.
الفishing tool.
Fishing
manual
tool. Manual broom.
ice holder.
Sweet holder.
Hockey bat. Tweezer.
Okay, thank you very much, Hannah. I hope you every possible success and good luck. Thank you very much, Hannah. Okay, now so let's return back to our levers law lesson. قانون الروافع الدرس الثاني. And today, inshallah, and the next episode, we will have many problem and example of this lever law. So in this law, as I said, I have a very simple law. The law القانون بيقول لي effort force by effort force arm equal resistance by resistance force arm. So in this law, I will find, or in this problem, I will find 3 numbers. هلاقي 3 أعداد أو 3 أرقام هم ال 3 values, and you will find أنت مطلوب منك تلاقي ال value الرابعة. So now let's start. The question says that. نشوف مع بعض السؤال بيقول لي إيه. If a boy sits on a seesaw, لو الطالب أو ولد قاعد على مرجيحة, its weight is 250 Newton and at a distance about 3 meters from the fulcrum, and the girl sits on the other side. Her weight is 150 Newton. Calculate the distance suitable to sit this girl to make the balance. So now let's see the answer. Okay, I can write the law. لازم أكتب القانون as I said. Effort force by effort force arm equal resistance by resistance arm. Or I can write the law. ممكن أكتب القانون بشكل مختصر with abbreviation. F by effort force arm, F arm, equal R by R arm. So now, okay, so I must write the law like that. طب نتدرب مع بعض ونشوف ازاي نحل problem زي ديت. I can write the law. نكتب مع بعض. I can write the law. Okay, effort force by effort force arm, effort force by effort force arm. Okay, equal resistance by resistance arm. So I can read the question again or read the problem to have the values. If the boy sits on a seesaw, its weight 250 Newton, so it will be the effort force, 250. and say it's about 3 meters. 3 meters, that's the effort force arm. Okay? So the girl is 150 Newton. It will be the resistance. So what about the distance for the girl? The distance for the girl will be the resistance arm. So here I can write that the resistance arm is what? Resistance arm equal what? So here the resistance arm will be calculated by the cross multiplication you have studied in mathematics. هستخدم قانون مهم جدا هو cross multiplication which we have studied in math. So here I have fraction like this, 250 by 3 divide 150. If I want resistance arm, I will multiply effort force by effort force arm and divide by the resistance. So here we can omit 0 with 0, divide 5 equal 5, divide 5 equal 3, 3 was abbreviated with other 3, so it will be F what? F meter. Again, I can answer any problem of Lever's law by writing the law. اكتب بس القانون and I will find the values. عندي هنا 4 values مطلوب مني الاقي منهم واحده بس. هو اكيد في البروبلم هيكون مديني 3 values وهيطلب مني value واحده بس. Again, the Lever law said that or states that effort force by effort force arm equal resistance force by resistance force arm. So again, the Lever law is very important and very easy at the same time. If only you can write the law and you can conclude the values in the problem. And also I said there are 4 values in the problem. 3 values are present and 1 is absent. The absent one, which is the demanded value in the problem, and you must find it by the cross multiplication. So now I'm afraid we have reached the end of this episode. And now I remind you have studied all about levers, all about definition of lever, fulcrum, effort force, and resistance force. Also, we have studied how to determine the lever by determining the midpoint of lever, which is the effort force, fulcrum, and resistance. If the O in the middle, it will be the first class lever. If R in the middle, it will be second class lever. If F in the middle, it will be the third class lever. Also, we have studied many examples of first, second, third class levers. Also, we have studied how to classify the lever to its type, and also we have studied how to answer the problems of lever law. And also, inshallah, we will study the lever law in details in the next episode, and we will have many problems of lever law. Please wait for us the next episode and prepare many problems of lever law. And now, thank you and goodbye, and we are waiting for you next episode for answering many problems